Alright, like, click, subscribe, do all that, you know what time it is. It's Netflix time. This movie's called Gnome Alone. After moving into a new house with her mom, Chloe discovers a troop of talking garden gnomes who need her help to save the world. This movie came out back in 2018, it's an hour and a half long. Good old fashioned family fun. Spoiler alert, let's get it. So here we have Chloe. Her and her mom keep bouncing around from house to house. I guess she keeps switching up jobs or something. And she's never in one place long enough to stick around and make new friends. All she wants to do is make friends and play games on her phone and get her Wi-Fi popping, you know, kid shit. So they make it to their home in the lovely town of Tenderville. And everybody's got regular homes, but in their case, what kind of Frankenstein, Casper the Friendly Ghost Beetlejuice shit is this? Well, anyway, as they're getting settled, Chloe notices all these little garden gnomes sprout out all over the place. She's like, what are these tiny Santas doing on the ground? Mom's like, really? You never seen gnomes before? Well, anyway, she gets mad because she can't get a signal in the house. She's like, man, I hate this house. Try and get Wi-Fi. And she kicks a spot on the wall, which opens up a trap door somewhere. She goes inside, finds this green keystone crystal in there. And of course she takes it. She's probably gonna make a necklace out of it or some shit. But when she turns back around, all these gnomes are just sitting in front of her. Like, how did they get out there? Unless, of course, they're not statues at all. Well, anyway, she puts them on the street so anybody can pick them up. Then this guy named Liam just happened to be a next door neighbor, just starts talking for no reason. He strikes up a conversation about gnomes and all that. She didn't even say nothing to him. She's like, yeah, whatever, I'm going in the house. Back at the dinner table, she tries to eat, but you know, mom's gotta go to work. She gets a phone call. So she about to be left by herself. Gnome alone, like home alone. She's supposed to be Kevin McAllister, bitch? Nah, trust me, this movie has nothing to do with that. Well, anyway, while mom's working on something, Chloe starts hearing noises. She gets paranoid and shit. She picks up a spatula like she's about to smash something. But it's really just all in her head, right? So her catchphrase in this movie is, I'm fine. Why? I have no idea. Well, anyway, she did make a necklace out the keystone. So when she leaves out the house and gets ready for school, all of a sudden a green portal pops out of nowhere, and this little purple ball comes out. I was like, what the heck? Well, anyway, at school, Liam and Chloe start chatting about the necklace. Yeah, she actually talks to them for a little bit. Until some guy asks her to pass the ball back. And then she started banging three-pointers in the gym, like her name Rick Ross or Drake or something. And then you got Brittany and her friends, I guess they're called the cool kids or something. She's like, yeah, we're the cool kids, Chloe. You could be part of our crew. She's like, we're having a party. Be there tonight. But on one condition, she gotta let Brittany borrow the necklace. And so she just gives it to her. Cause she's just desperate to have a friend. Meanwhile, ignoring Liam, who's been trying to see what's up with you. Typical bullshit, right? Well, anyway, she gets back home, and this green thing's been eating her food. The fuck is that? Obviously freaked out. They're called trogs in this movie, and I can't even front the way they act. They remind me of when the minions turned purple in Despicable Me 2. That shit was fucking hilarious. So the only way she could stop it is to keep feeding it. Later on that night, this motherfucker ate out of the house and home. How's she gonna explain this shit to mom? Yeah, I just smashed out in the whole refrigerator in one day. I'm like, look at her, she's not even that big. So I'm like, how the fuck is that possible, right? She tried to sneak away, but turns out there was another one of these purple-looking motherfuckers. But then all of a sudden, out of the blue, it got zapped with some green ooze. What's this, some Nickelodeon Gak shit? Yeah, I remember that slime. That shit's classic. Well, anyway, the gnomes are really alive, and they use Gak to zap the trogs. It's actually sap from a tree they have or something like that, but anyway. She wakes up the next day thinking everything was a dream, because the whole house is clean and spotless. Yeah, but how they replace the food? But she goes in another room and the gnomes catch her and realize that it wasn't a dream. And they're like, look, we asking the questions here. Hey, where's the damn keystone? And for some particular reason, this gnome quotes like a bunch of stuff from Lord of the Rings. So she tells him this girl at school's got it and she's gonna get it back once the dance happens. Meanwhile, another one of these things pops out the portal. Okay, so when they shoot him with the green stuff, it doesn't kill him, it just sends him back to the world that they came from. So the portal that they came from, it opens up to their own dimension. See what I mean? He's on some Gandalf shit. Well, anyway, Liam comes by like he's trying to take her to school and stuff. But obviously she got a situation to take care of at the house. But he ends up peeking through the side window, catching all the craziness anyway. So now he's in the mix to fight against the trogs. So Chloe goes back to school to talk to Brittany about getting the keystone back, but Brittany left it at her house. And she basically just tells her she's gonna bring it to the dance. Meanwhile, back at home, Liam's been busting trogs and doing everything with the gnomes. The gnomes mad at her because she ain't get that keystone back, but they really mad because the trogs are starting to pop up a little bit more now. Yeah, they rolling deep at this time. So after they bust those trogs, Liam asks about the origin of the trogs and where they come from. They basically simplified as they come from a random dimension. Trogs eat everything in the world. If you let them loose, they'll destroy the entire universe. Gnomes are there to save the world and keep the trogs back in their portal in their own dimension. But the keystone is important because it keeps them locked within their own dimension. And Chloe, you fucking up the world right now because you want to be friends with Brittany because you got the keystone. A girl that really don't even like her like that, by the way. So as a portal opens up again, they tell them about another gnome that actually went through there and got stuck in there. They said it was like 50 years ago. They ain't seen that nigga since. Then on top of that, the ooze from this tree that they get all their green slime from or whatever like that, is running out. So basically, more reason why she needs to get the keystone. So then after that, they give her this montage of different ways of them destroying trucks. They were failing miserably at first, but then they started to get the hang of it. So she's getting ready for the dance. Liam reminds her about the keystone. She's like, look, I'm trying to make real friends here. This is that third. I'm like, dude, aren't I your friend? I mean, you've been with me the whole time. We've been busting trogs and ghosts and shit. It's like, seriously, what the fuck has Brittany ever done for you? Like, literally nothing. That girl is literally holding the fate of the world in her hands of a keystone that you gave her that she's not even trying to give back until you get to the dance. Like, what the fuck? So she all ready to go and shit. They get to the dance, he follows her there anyway. Brittany's out there calling people losers because that's what cool kids do, I guess. On top of that, they treat Liam like trash. And to make matters worse, she didn't even bring the keystone because she said it didn't match her outfit. Man, if I was Chloe, I'd have smacked that bitch. Liam dipped out, he got back to the house. But as he was fighting the trogs, he got sucked into one of the portals. Oh no! Is he gonna be stuck there forever? Chloe gets back on, find out the news, and then on top of that, the trogs are rolling deep. So Chloe makes the decision to go get him once a portal opens up. Once inside, it's literally a black hole and planets full of these motherfuckers. The one planet she happens to land on has Liam on it, all surrounded by trogs. And on top of that, they found the 7th gnome that's been missing for like 50 years. But they gotta find a way out of there before them trogs start waking up. Meanwhile, on the other side, these niggas turning black. They got my niggas surrounded. Back in the dimension, oh shit, they start to wake up. Fortunately, they was able to fly with this big ass thing, I guess where the keystone actually came from. It's like a big planet of keystones, I guess, I don't know. So their plan is to blow the whole planet with this keystone thing up and jump in a portal within the same time so all the trogs will be disintegrated. Which actually happens, and they pop out of a toilet to get back to their realm. And everything's all fine until Brittany shows up at the door. And she actually brought over the keystone. Which they're probably going to need because what the fuck is glowing behind that door? You know what's glowing behind that door? The master trog of all trogs is still alive. So bottom line, they get a plant, they fight it on the rooftop. He makes it eat the whole damn plant. It starts exploding. Death. She wakes up like it's one big dream. She tells her mom she really wants to stay here. You know, she's just fine. Again, why is that the catchphrase in the movie? I have no fucking idea. She getting ready for school. Boo pops up at the door. And they go to school. We get some kids songs. The end. And that's Gnome Alone for you. There you go. Gnome Alone on Netflix. Night, click, and subscribe. Do all that. You already know what time it is. Slick DZ, all DZ, mister. Big. Could have goddamn slogan.